Ladies and gentlemen, I am CE. I am the man that wins the place. Of course, as you all know, I am here once again here this week on the CE Show to preview round two of the NFL playoffs. Obviously, okay. So let's talk about this shit. I think this week will be much better. I think last week was maybe too predictable. But this week I expect to be some surprises, okay? I really do, okay? I think you know, I think there were some teams who unfortunately maybe did not belong in the playoffs. With the way things fell, you got to enter. I don't know. Anyway, obviously, also we had some injuries. With Derek Carr in Oakland, Matthew Stafford was not playing 100% with a broken finger, and you ran Tannehill was also hurt. So we also had some injuries too. But now let's go to week two. Let's go to round two of the NFL playoffs up in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let me try to make this in order. I'm gonna see if I can memorize it. It's only 4 games, so let's see. I know what the 4 games are. I just want to get them like in order. I like doing that. Like, all right, so Saturday at 3:30, we got the Seattle Seahawks going up versus the Atlanta Falcons. Off to me, I mean, this could be offense versus defense. Atlanta's offense versus Seattle's defense. But at the same time, Seattle has a pretty good offense. So to me, this is where you look at, okay, so Atlanta, what do they have? They got an offense, but then defensively, they're not that good. And then you look at Seattle, they're pretty good defensively, and they're also pretty good offensively. So then there you go. Seattle is the better overall team. So then CE, the man that runs the plays, will go with Seattle. So guy got Seattle winning that game. All right. Let's go to the other game. I believe the next game will be at Houston versus New England Saturday night. New England. New England 20 to explain. New England will win this game. Simple as that. I'm sorry. Houston, they can maybe keep them around with their defense a little bit early in the game, but eventually Tom Brady and them boys will take over. Simple as that. New England. Let's go to Sunday. I believe at 12. We got in the afternoon. We got Pittsburgh versus Kansas City. Tough one to pick. Another possibly defense versus offense. Pittsburgh's offense versus Kansas City's defense. Obviously, also, this is a very hard one to pick. I don't know who to pick on this one. This could be the hardest one to pick. Kansas City versus Pittsburgh. It's very tough to win in Kansas City, especially in the playoffs. I just think that Alex Smith is not that good of a quarterback compared to some of these other guys like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I mean? So I think Ben Roethlisberger will play better, and that will be the difference in this game. I think that Ben Roethlisberger he has a ton of offense, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, all them boys. And I think that will be the difference. Ben Roethlisberger just being a better quarterback and being able to make more plays for his team. I think Alex Smith will show up, but I just think that anytime you got a game like this where you got a quarterback like Big Ben Roethlisberger versus a two-time Super Bowl winning champion quarterback versus an Alex Smith who he's had a pretty good career, but he's more of a decent quarterback, not a great quarterback, good quarterback maybe. It's a great quarterback in Big Ben versus a good quarterback in Alex Smith. So I think the greatness takes over here. So I like Big Ben doing enough, doing a little bit more, and proving why he's a two-time Super Bowl winning champion. And I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game. All right, that would be a hard one, though. We'll see what happens. Last game, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys. All right. This is offense versus offense. Both of these teams' defenses are not that great. They're not terrible, but they're not that good. Neither the Cowboys defense or the Green Bay Packers defense. So we will see probably a lot of points in this game. Although they have both come along very nicely, especially the Cowboys. I think they most of the year they play pretty good defense, a little bit better than people expected the Cowboys to do defensively this year. Also, I think it has to do something with the offense. I think anytime a defense plays with a lead, it really helps them with their confidence and they play more loose. So I think that has something to do with it. The Cowboys for most of the season have been leading more often than not. So I think that helps their defense relax a little bit. Now let's go to let's go to Green Bay. This defense for a while there in the middle of the season, so like around September, October, they were really struggling. I was calling for Mr. Dom Capers to get fired, okay? The defensive coordinator of Green Bay. But they have really, really gotten better as the weeks have gone on. They have won, I believe, 7 games in a row. They are feeling it right now. Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, is killing it. It's offense versus offense. I think it's gonna end up coming down who makes a play on defense. Now, anytime you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers, a bad man, versus a rookie and Dak Prescott, who do you think we're gonna have to go with? Aaron Rodgers. Of course. Aaron Rodgers is a Super Bowl winning champion. Dak Prescott is still a little rookie, you know. He still shits in his pants at night. I'm just kidding. Who do you go with in that case? Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott. Obviously, you got to take Aaron Rodgers. But I look at this. And I look at the Cowboys offense. And I look at the Green Bay Packers offense. And I have to say, it's going to be offense versus offense. It's going to be a high-scoring game with what I'm seeing. Jordy Nelson is most likely not playing. He's got 2 broken ribs. He has not practiced. Mike McCarthy does not expect him to practice. But at the same time, he said if he's going to play, he needs to practice. But I don't expect him to play or practice. They say by latest he has to practice on Saturday, the day before the game, to show that he can do something. So he has not practiced yet. They're going to wait. They're waiting until Saturday. If Saturday he can't practice, he's done. He's not playing. So what happened last year when Jordy Nelson was out? Randall Cobb forgot to play football. He forgot to catch the ball. And that's what I'm worried about. That if once again Jordy Nelson is out for this game, that Randall Cobb does not put, he seems like he's a lot more comfortable being the number 2 guy than being the number 1 guy. But it's going to be interesting to see what would happen with Randall Cobb if he has to step up and be the number 1 guy if Jordy Nelson is out. Because last year, to me, he looked terrible as the number 1 option. This year, he looked a lot better as the number 2 option. He seems more comfortable being a Robin than a Batman. So, if he's going to have to be a Batman this week, is he going to show up? I think he will. I don't think he's going to just because 1 game. I think he will show up. But at the same time, I'm a little bit worried. You got Randall Cobb, and then, you can't run the ball. You got Montgomery, but he's not really a running back. Christian Michael. I don't know if they can just win with Randall Cobb and Aaron Rodgers flinging it. I don't know. So I'm gonna CE, the man that runs the play. I'm gonna say the Cowboys win this game because I do not feel comfortable with Green Bay without Jordy Nelson. To me, Jordy Nelson is a big part of that team, and to me, I think Aaron Rodgers is a much better quarterback when he has Jordy Nelson on the field. We saw it in the beginning of this year. Part of that slow start by Green Bay was also Jordy Nelson was still recovering from the ACL, and then he finally got his legs under him in the middle of the season around November, and then they started clicking. Obviously, defensively, they started playing better. But I'm just a little bit worried that if Jordy Nelson does not play, do they have enough with Randall Cobb? Do they have enough to win? I'm a little bit scared. No homo, but I'm a little bit scared. And I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna say the Cowboys. I'm just gonna go with the safer route, and I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. So I'm gonna go Dallas winning that game because I do not feel comfortable if Jordy Nelson does not play, Green Bay having enough offensively to compete with that high power offense of Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Dez Bryant, Jason Witten. I don't feel comfortable. So I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I am the man that runs the plays. That is all I have to say. So then let's go again. I got Seattle, I got New England, I got Pittsburgh, and I got Dallas winning this week. We will see what happens. Well, I expect something to happen this week. A surprise. It has to because, so far the playoffs have been pretty predictable. So we have to see what happens this week, man. But until next time, I am, of course, as you know, the man that runs the plays. And I will catch your ass on the road. And that's all I have to say. And oh shit, I almost took it. And yeah, man. I'm just talking because I'm trying to figure out where the fuck fucking the fucking arrow to the fucking mouth. Anyway, I am the man that runs the plays. I am CE. I will call you. I mean, what the fuck? I am the man that runs. Oh fuck this.